as the referee. Scoring done by 3 judges at ringside. Solid right hand to the chest of Ganigan.
That right jab of Ganigan's is just a teaser. It means absolutely nothing. Just flicks it out there. Tries to get to divert Alexis Arguello's attention.
Arguello just missed. Just grazed the chin with a big right hand. Ganigan picked it up well. Oh, he knocks him down with a solid right hand. Solid right hand sends Ganigan to the canvas. He got up immediately, indicating he's all right, but it was a solid shot by Arguello.
Arguello caught him reaching, Tim. Caught him reaching.
Round number 3. Now each fighter has been down. Ganigan pouring in, but Arguello blocking well. It's been everything we expected.
The height advantage is really helping Arguello because Ganigan has to reach in for his punches, and when he does, he leaves himself wide open. There, he just got nailed with a good left hook.
Solid exchange by both fighters, and Arguello lands another right hand. Good right hand. Knocks Ganigan into the ropes. In the Arguello corner. Now Arguello trying to finish. Scoring to the chest. He's got Ganigan tied up in the corner. Misses with a right hand. Refusing to hold on, goes toe-to-toe with him.
He nailed Arguello with a tremendous right hook.
He backed him up. He backed him up and worked his way to the middle of the ring. What a show by Ganigan. What a battle, Ganigan and Arguello. And he hurt Arguello. He wobbled him. Ganigan staggered Arguello. Arguello hanging in there now. 30 seconds left in round 3. Less than that, pardon me. We're coming down to final seconds in the 3rd round. Punches. All right, let's see this knockdown punch from Arguello. Solid right hand to the chin. Is that the one that sends him down? Well, we're not sure what part of the round this is from. Big right hand by Arguello scored. All right, we didn't see the knockdown. We're back live here, round 4. Ganigan comes boring right in, but Arguello blocking those successfully with his forearm and gloves. Lands a right uppercut. Ganigan just pulling away, reducing the complete force.
Ganigan was hurt at the end of the last round, Tim. I don't know whether he's completely recovered or not.
Well, Arguello had been staggered by Ganigan with about 15 seconds left. Now they bang together, and Padilla warning Ganigan, I believe, for hitting on the break. Round 4, scheduled for 15. Arguello getting all he can handle from number 1 rated Andy Ganigan of Honolulu, Hawaii. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy ringside live from Las Vegas on CBS Sports Saturday. Alexis Arguello having won 18 consecutive title bouts. Having his problems early against the hard-punching Andy Ganigan.
Tim, very little circling. They're both in a straight line. That's why the punches are so devastating.
Arguello missed with a big right hand.
And paid for it, Tim.
Ganigan trying a right down below and the left over the top. Arguello back picked him up, but it's still not a full force shot as Ganigan was able to pull away from it.
Arguello is keeping him at the proper distance, Tim. He's got him out there where he has to reach, and he can still reach Ganigan. Ganigan can't reach him without taking a big chance.
72-inch reach for the champion, scores a right hand.
Beautiful combination, Tim. Left hook under, right hand on the chin.
Ganigan trying to work his way in, failed to do so. Under a minute to go. Round number 4. Good left hand by the champion, and a right to the body. Arguello scores another combination, and Ganigan looks a little bit wobbly.
Every time he looks wobbly, he comes back, Tim.
He is a battler. Takes another right hand, but again he was backing up.
Arguello is so much the cooler of the two. Andy's winging, and Alexis has those hands up, good concentration.
Well, technically, perhaps the best boxer in the game today. And again, he lands a big right hand and another one. Ganigan battles right back. Scored the right hand, missed the left. The art of Arguello against the Hawaiian punch of Andy Ganigan.
There was that right hand underneath.
Wow, that hurt. Final seconds now of round number 4. Blood from the nose of Andy Ganigan. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy live from the Aladdin Hotel in Las Vegas. The challenger Andy Ganigan bleeding from the nose at the end of round 4. We are into round 5 with the champion in red on the left of your screen.
Tim in Ganigan's corner, they told him don't wait, and Arguello's corner told him to go after him. So we should see the big bombs again this round.
Right hand by Arguello just grazed the face of Ganigan. He scores a solid left jab. And another.
Tim, that jab almost put Ganigan down. That's the strength of Arguello.
Again, blood from the nose and some redness under the right eye of Ganigan. Ganigan scores a combination to the face of the champion, who's pulling away. Got a piece of him with the right hand.
See, the difference, Tim, is that Ganigan has to reach, and Arguello can keep his balance and still get his punches off. That's the big difference in this fight.
Solid right hand by Arguello, landing in the forehead of Ganigan. That left by Ganigan got through. Arguello trying to back him up with a jab. When he does so, he's been successful when he has been jabbing more.
Andy's starting to look a little desperate, Tim. He's having a tough time in there right at this moment. He has to land another big punch to really get back into this fight.
More blood coming from the nose of the challenger Ganigan in gold. Kind of a fighter you can expect will have to be carried off on a shield, however. He is a game young man, and he had the champion down in round 1. He knows it can happen again with one of those dangerous punches. Calm, cool, collected Alexis Arguello trying to assume control here in this 5th round. Under a minute to go.
There was an example. Ganigan had to reach in, got nailed.
And a good right hand followed it from Arguello. Trying to press the advantage now here. Under 30 seconds to go in round 5. Ganigan appearing a little tired now.
A little rocky too, Tim.
Right hand scored from the champion. Knocks him back with a jab. And a good solid left jab lands. And another. Arguello almost inexorably taking control as we come into the final seconds of round 5. The champion knocks him down at the bell.
He has to get up, Tim. If he doesn't get up, the fight's over.
The floor
Can't
at
be
the
saved
bell.
by the bell.
And he is not going to make it. He cannot get up. It is over. A 5th round knockout at the bell by the champion Alexis Arguello. And Ganigan still in some pain. Right in his corner, a combination in the final seconds by Arguello, dropping Ganigan and a solid right hand, finishing him off. So this most distinguished of champions, getting off the floor from a knockdown in round 1, just slowly assuming control some attention from his handlers, and the ring commission Dr. Donald Romeo, who is in the ring on the right of your screen, attending to Andy Ganigan. A huge right hand appeared to be the one that really hurt him, and Alexis Arguello winning his 19th consecutive championship bout. He had all he could handle early from the #1 challenger in the world, Andy Ganigan, but once more showing his resilience, his ability as a boxer, and his enormous punching power.
Let him breathe, you guys. Let him breathe.
Ganigan is still on the canvas. There are a lot of bodies between us and him, and so we are trying to get a better view of him, but apparently he's all right. And so we'll be returning here to Las Vegas, Nevada to talk to the champion in just a moment. All right, Brad, we're here in the ring with the champion Alexis Arguello, another exciting title defense, and a little more exciting perhaps than you really expected. You didn't plan on going down before defending your title successfully. What happened there in the first round?
Well, I think everybody saw the right hand for Ganigan. I tell you from the beginning, I expect that kind of fight. I expect going a little further, but I hit Ganigan with a good shot in the early round. They slowed down his condition.
Okay, we're going to show how you finished him off in round number 5. It was right near the end of the round. It looked like he was somewhat tired. As you said, you had already slowed him down, and you landed a big combination, and then I think a big right hand will send him to the canvas.
Yes, before that right hand, I hit him with 2 good left-handed to the body. And then the right-hander, that one was a good one.
Yeah, good solid left hook and a right to the body. Yeah.
Then I tried again because I knew it was hurt. The last right hand was in case if he's hurt. I hit him good. Yeah.
Well, here's one more look at it.
That was a punch that really hurt Ganigan.
Solid right hand to the body. Gil Clancy talked about the reach advantage that you had. Your height and reach were a factor against him. He had to be reaching in because he punches wide. You knew how to combat that and use your reach.
Well, in the earlier 2 rounds, he gave me a lot of trouble because he's a really weird, difficult style. You know, I always say that each fighter, we have our own style, and Ganigan is one of those guys that have their own style. He's really weird, but in the first round, I knew it how they gonna kind of punch me, and in the 3rd round, I really knew it what's going on. I was getting in touch with Eddie Forge. He told me what to do, and I pay really good attention to him.
Well, as usual, you did the usual fine job. Let's go back into round 1, and maybe you want to see exactly what happened there. We're going to show the knockdown by Ganigan. There it is.
There's the right hand. It was really good.
And a right to the body, and then a straight left hand.
That was the best one. See?
Now, when you went down, you know, what goes through your mind when that happens? Do you think, uh-oh, I'm in trouble? What were you thinking?
The first time I went to the canvas, I mean, a long time ago, I didn't know when I was hit, and I knew it when I was on the floor. But now, until I received the punch at my chin, I knew it was a really good punch, and was my condition make me strong enough to support the punch.
Conditioning is everything, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, here's the man who found out about the conditioning because he scored that big punch, Andy Ganigan. Glad to see you up and feeling all right. Can you turn around a little bit to this camera right here? Andy, when you knocked him down in round 1, what were you thinking? Did you think you had a chance to take him out?
I thought I had a chance to finish him off, but I was wrong. He's a great champion, and he knows how to handle himself really good.
Did you have trouble getting him? Did his height and reach, was that a problem for you getting close to him?
Well, that was one of the reasons why, because his height and reach. He's a great champion. I can congratulate him.
Thank you.
All right, Andy Ganigan, one of the nice guys in this lightweight division, and put on a great battle here, and I know your fans and why you're proud of your effort against Alexis Arguello.
I shall return.
I shall return. All right, Andy Ganigan, the challenger, and the winner again today is 19th consecutive championship victory, Alexis Arguello. Where do you go from here? I think you're talking about moving up in weight. What would you like to do next?
100%. I just want to tell you one thing, team. I want you to be the first person to know that I talked to my manager tonight. I'm gonna be moving to junior welterweight because I really feel that I can give 100% in my natural weight. And I think from now on we're going to fight in junior welterweight.
140 pounds. If you won that championship, you would be the only man ever to win titles in 4 different weight divisions. You want that, don't you?
Well, I really going to try. I'm going to do the best I can, and I promise. I hope that the 4th title shot could be in CBS, because I really wanted to thank all the people who work for CBS. They were being really nice with me. Mort, yourself, Gil Clancy, I really appreciate the way you treat me and the way you treat my people.
Alexis, we admire you as a boxer and as a man, and it's a pleasure to have you with us anytime. Would vault him into the top 10. Now, what about Jimmy Paul?
Jimmy Paul is a very, very steady fighter, very, very patient. He knows he has that right-hand bomb. He moves around, and just waits to drop it on you. And if he drops it on you, it's good night.
All right, well, we'll be back with round 1 of this important lightweight bout when we return. There is the tail of the tape. Andy Ganigan, 30 years of age. Of course, the more experienced of the two. Jimmy Paul, 23 years of age and the biggest fight of his young career. He weighed in at 134.5. Ganigan right at 135. And, of course, Andy Ganigan, having had somewhat of a layoff, still got to the weight rather easily at 135. And the question will be whether that layoff of a little more than a year has affected him at all. He thought about retirement. He's had a very difficult year. His contract with Larry Ichino's ran out, and he signed with a new manager, Doug Tatting. And unfortunately, there was a quite violent death, with Doug Tatting being murdered at a boxing card in Honolulu. And, of course, the effect on Andy Ganigan has been considerable. He wants very badly to win the title for his late manager, Doug Tatting. And he says he is certainly back, ready to go, and looking forward to another world championship try. For Jimmy Paul, the young man from Detroit, born in High Point, North Carolina, he obviously sees an opportunity to move into the top 10 and position himself for a world championship bout himself. Andy Ganigan and Jimmy Paul, a 12-round battle for the vacant USBA lightweight crown. Ganigan in gold and Jimmy Paul in white.
Tim, it will be interesting to see what kind of strategy Emmanuel Stewart has trained Jimmy Paul to use against the southpaw like Ganigan. Which way is he going to move? Is he going to move left, or is he going to move right?
Andy Ganigan said before the fight that he was going to surprise Paul with a strategy, that he would not come out necessarily with his usual fast start. But a lot of fighters say that. If it's what they've been doing successfully throughout their career, then they just keep doing it. You can see Ganigan has lots of confidence. Waving Jimmy Paul in, and you can be sure Jimmy Paul will come in.
This is the kind of fight, Tim, you shouldn't blink your eye, because both fighters are capable of knocking an opponent out with one punch. That's a rarity today.
Paul, the little more classical boxer style. He'll wait, counterpunch, and load up on that right hand. Ganigan can box, but he likes to get in there and wail away, like he's doing now. And a good solid left to the body backed up Paul. Round 1 live from Phoenix, Arizona. Temperature over 100 degrees here today. For those of you in other cooler parts of the country, curious about what it's like here, it is hot.
Tim, Paul is a very patient fighter. What he's going to try and do, in my opinion, is to catch Ganigan reaching. And if he catches him reaching, Ganigan will be in trouble.
Jimmy Paul, trained by Emmanuel Stewart, his teammates, Tommy Hearns and Milton McCrory, are here at ringside. Both with upcoming championship fights in July and August. Hearns defending his junior middleweight crown, and McCrory battling Colin Jones for the vacant welterweight crown. The WBC. Round 1 scheduled for 12. We're under a minute to go in the first round. A packed house here in Phoenix, Arizona. More than 2,000 fans. Scoring is on the 10-point must system here in the state of Arizona under the USBA rules. 3 judges will do the scoring.
Paul is a technically sound fighter, Tim. He doesn't leave himself open at all.
Referee, who's been unobtrusive so far, is Bobby Ferrara from Tucson. He will not figure in the scoring. Neither fighter has been able to land a clean, solid shot thus far. Probably the best was that left to the chest thrown by Ganigan about a minute ago. Under the 15-second mark in round 1. Coming to the end of round number 1 in Phoenix. This is round number 2, live from Phoenix, Arizona on CBS Sports Sunday. Andy Ganigan in gold with green trim. Jimmy Paul making his network debut in the white trunks, unbeaten in 16 bouts.
Tim, in Ganigan's corner, they told him he has to get inside and make Paul fight. That's easier said than done, because when you're trying to move inside on Paul, he's waiting with that right-hand bomb. It's a tough job.
Gil Clancy with Tim Ryan, live from Phoenix. Judges here today, Dr. Al Michael Munoz from Phoenix, Bob Cox from Phoenix, and Joe Garcia from Tucson. Jimmy Paul's parents are here at ringside, and his fiancée as well. His father, a minister in Detroit.
As long as they stay at this range, Tim, it's going to be all Paul. Ganigan has to get inside and rough him up.
Probably noticed that tattoo on the back of Andy Ganigan. It's been a familiar sight in his network television bouts. A lion. Left to the ear, scored by Jimmy Paul. Counterpunching.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold it. Come on. That's it.
Each time Ganigan has tried to get inside, Paul has tied him up. In his last outing, Paul stopped Pat Duran in December of 1982, a 6th-round knockout. And as we mentioned earlier, it's been a little more than a year, last May, when Ganigan lost in a 5th-round knockout to Alexis Arguello for the WBC Lightweight Championship. There's a solid left hand scored by Jimmy Paul. He caught Ganigan coming in. Ganigan is slow to get up.
Caught him reaching, Tim. That's the one thing. Paul has that good balance, makes you reach, and when you reach, he nails you.
Big left hook. Ganigan doesn't know where he is at this point.
He's confused, Tim. He's completely confused.
Jimmy Paul jumping on him here in round 2. Ganigan in trouble. Another solid right landed by Paul, and another right.
Tim, Ganigan's going to have to fight back now. The street kid in Hawaii is going to have to come out of him. It's the only thing he can do.
He's battling his way out of the corner, and that brings the crowd alive. Under 30 seconds to go, round 2. Now Ganigan is back alive, wailing away. Hasn't landed a clean blow, but he's trying to convince Paul that he's still strong and ready to fight.
He's calling Paul. Come on, let's come fight.
15 seconds remaining in the 2nd round. Ganigan coming off the floor with a flurry. Final seconds of round number 2 with Ganigan on the attack. Referee Bobby Ferrara separates them here in the closing seconds, and Ganigan has rallied remarkably. We're at the end of the 2nd round. Ganigan looking over our way still. Seems to be a little bit dazed, but he just sent a kiss over to his fiancée who was seated here at ringside, so he's evidently all right. Let's see that knockdown. Watch the big left hand from Paul.
Well, you'll see Ganigan will reach, and as he reaches, he gets caught. Paul has him outside. There he reaches, and he gets nailed.
Including a 10-rounder with Hurley Speed.
Let's see it again from a different angle. There's the right hand short. There's the left hand back from Paul, and down he goes. And Ganigan was very dazed, but as he picked himself up looking to the corner, not seeming to realize where he was, the experience and the lion within him came alive. Al Silva, his trainer, encouraging him to get back into things here in round number 3.
One thing he can't do, Tim, is outbox Jimmy Paul. He has to make a street fight out of it. Paul just has his balance is much too good for Andy Ganigan.
Scheduled for 12 for the vacant USBA lightweight crown, and the young unbeaten fighter from Detroit has scored a knockdown early against the veteran Andy Ganigan.
Again, at this range, Ganigan is completely ineffective.
Paul jabbing effectively in that last exchange. Ganigan has lost lost only 4 times in his career. He has always been a valiant warrior. He comes to fight. Paul knows that. And I'm sure he respects the dangerous punching power of Ganigan, even though he has had him down early in this fight.
Little rough stuff there, Tim, from Jimmy Paul.
Now, we saw some rough stuff from him against Jorge Morales, a rather controversial 4th-round stoppage. We thought he should have been disqualified in that bout. The decision went his way when Morales could not continue after being apparently punched in the kidneys from behind. So he's willing to mix it anyway, necessary.
You know, Tim, they always say, let sleeping dogs lie. He was doing fine, boxing, moving around. Why should he try to start doing these, using tactics that's going to rile up Andy Ganigan?
This is round 3, scheduled for 12. Ganigan having difficulty getting close. Good, solid right hand by Paul.
Paul is very, very patient. Keeps those hands up, moves away from you when you throw a punch. Must be frustrating for a guy like Ganigan that really wants to fight.
Manuel Stewart says Jimmy Paul is probably the best trainer in his stable. He works very, very hard, diligently. Under a minute to go in round number 3. Ganigan wailing in, landed that last left after missing the first 2 shots.
Ganigan's trying to psych Paul out. Good shot. Come on, let's do it again. He wants Paul to trade punches with him.
10 seconds remaining in round number 3 of the scheduled 12-round USBA Lightweight Championship bout. Number 7 against number 13 in the World Boxing Council ratings in the world. This is round number 4. Jimmy Paul in white. Andy Ganigan in gold, and Jimmy Paul with a knockdown at round number 2. Continued his dominance in round 3 as Ganigan has had difficulty getting close enough to use that power. Referee is Bobby Ferrara from Tucson, Arizona. Will not figure in the scoring.
Tim, Jimmy Paul is doing fine so far, but I think if he used that left jab or just kept moving to his left, he'd have even an easier time. Become a picnic for him.
Ganigan goes down again.
Same thing, Tim, except this time he wasn't hurt. He got caught reaching Paul to a left hook, and down he went. Just a push behind the head.
I'm not sure that they were counting on that, Gil. I'm not sure it was ruled a knockdown. Referee Bobby Ferrara did not indicate that it was.
No, it wasn't a knockdown. Just threw him down.
Solid left to the body by Ganigan. That backed up Paul. Paul quick to hold on as soon as he loses any advantage. Showing experience beyond his years and beyond his 16 professional bout experience.
Well, you get experience every day in that Kronk gym.
You sure do.
The guys you have to spar with give you experience in a hurry.
That's a war zone over there. His teammate Brett Summers, who sparred with him here in Phoenix, won his bout. Terrifically exciting fight earlier here today. 10-round decision. He remains unbeaten. Oh, a good right hand again by Paul, backing up Ganigan. Under a minute to go, round 4, scheduled for 12.
That's right, keep working out. Keep working. Okay, hold it. Come on. That's right.
All right, I got a break. Hold on. Come on, get up. Paul lands a good right hand. Ganigan saying it didn't hurt me. Keep coming. Ganigan's got to be landing more himself. Not enough to try and convince Paul that he's not being hurt. 25 seconds to go, round 4. Left scored by Ganigan. Tied up immediately by Jimmy Paul.